that she wrote, "Speech to the young, speech to the progress toward. Say to them, say to the downkeepers, the sun slappers, the self-soilers, the harmony hushers, even if you are not ready for the day, it cannot always be night."
Sir, flex I do work. Say something like Mike. He's out of sight. Woo, we got me pipe. You man like Ike. Six at the spot.
Into the night.
Yeah, this life I'm living. All the advice been tipping. Give me that grip, no slipping.
Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the best damn college football pregame show. Here with my guy, Chris Drew of Menace to Sports. What's good, Chris?
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first that I'm on.
Is it?
No, it's not.
Checking the calendar.
Yeah. It's just the closest I think we'll get to the first of the month on a Saturday. I don't know.
Absolutely.
What's up, bro?
Not much, man. It is a Saturday with no Buckeye football. Yep. So it means no one can ruin my day. I might not watch the Steelers on Sunday just to know that I got through the weekend with none of my football teams fucking up my weekend, just enjoying myself, man.
You're not gonna watch this. All right, here we go. I got something fun for you, interesting for you. It's not to be in the show notes, but here we go, bro. Only one NFL team sent a scout to last week's Colorado-Oregon game. It was your Steelers. Made me wonder, who are they going to see? Well, Kenny Pickett has one of the worst QBRs in all the NFL right now. And so who do you go see? Shador or Bo Nix? Would you be upset if your Steelers drafted Bo Nix in round 2 this upcoming draft?
See,
oh my God, I cracked myself up.
Because look, bro, I almost say I'm old enough to remember a name for Bo Nix that would get my channel canceled, okay? And I'm not having that guy as my quarterback. I don't care how much he's leveled up, bro. I remember him. Like, I seen what he looked like. I seen it.
You saw Bo Nix.
No, bro. And I'm good on Shador, bro. If we're gonna get a quarterback, lose every game, bro. Right now.
Caleb Williams.
So look, actually, I'm gonna get to this. Isn't in the show notes either, and I've been looking for a platform to get this out on, and I'm just gonna say it now. If we're talking about quarterbacks and positioning yourself for Caleb Williams or one of these top quarterbacks, the Jets should trade for Justin Fields. And you're like, why would the Bears do that? It's like, if you're moving on from Justin Fields, you need to go get Zach Wilson and guarantee you lose every game the rest of the year so you can get Caleb Williams. Like that, it's a win-win for everybody. The Bears make sure they get the number 1 overall pick, and the Jets can stop wasting all these primetime slots showing Zach Wilson on TV.
I agree. No, I think that's the play. Honestly, and free Justin, bro, till I die.
You know who I wouldn't be mad if the Steelers got in like the fourth round?
Who?
DJU.
Bro, we're really so in sync, bro, because it's crazy because the intro topic, Oregon State played last night, bro. Oregon State got active. They're so funny to watch, bro, because they play really good defense. DJU was like, will throw some balls that it's like, yo, that's a dot. That's DJU I thought he would be. And it's been incredible because they've been better than Clemson this year. My dream scenario is for them both to miss the playoffs, which I think they will. Obviously, Clemson's been eliminated. And then the bowl matchmakers say, fuck it. Let's put Dabo against DJU in the bowl game. That would do crazy ratings. And if I'm a network, I am pushing for that.
And I think Oregon State goes in there and smacks them in the mouth.
Like super sexual. I mean, you're going to see like memes of beavers killing tigers. Like it would be absolutely crazy. And bro, and again, Oregon State's a good, not great team. I just think Clemson's a whole bucket of mid, like the whole bucket. It's like Florida State is now the Krusty Krab, and this Clemson shit is the chum bucket. Like that's what we're looking at.
But here's the thing that scares me about Clemson potentially actually being mid. Who is going to beat Miami, bro? I'm going to have to put like an ad out there, a search party. I need to find a team in the in the ACC that's up to the call that will go beat Miami because I cannot take this anymore.
Bro, I was trying to see what Big Homie was up to today, but I guess bro's too big of a superstar for me.
Bro,
I don't
big
even know
camera shy is what they need to call that nigga. I can't get him
big
on this channel. We cannot get him on the channel.
But DJU continues the ball, bro. And you know what's crazy? When you think about the Pac-12 quarterbacks, first of all, the Pac-12 has the best quarterbacks in the entire country, right? Everyone can agree on that.
Wait, say that one more time.
The Pac-12 has the best quarterbacks in the country.
Absolutely.
You know what's crazy about it? They should have been even better. People forget, nigga, Arizona State low-key had a little roster, bro. They had Chip. They had Jaden Daniels. Johnny Wilson, Ricky from Florida, bro. They had a little crew out there, and they all ended up transferring. Huh?
That needs to be bro's handle on Twitter. Ricky from Florida.
Ricky from Florida. Bro, think about how, because they would have had what? Jaden Daniels, Shador, Caleb Williams, Michael Penix. Bro, that would have been crazy. And it's crazy that they still have the best quarterbacks by a wide margin. And my God, shout out Cameron Ward, who might be the best out of all of them, but no one wants to talk about him. Hello, Bo Nix and company. And it's like, damn, you lost one of the quarterbacks. So for you at least, Ron, bro, do you think Oregon State can end up ruining the Pac-12? You think they could beat one of the big dogs to kind of help cannibalize themselves out there?
I hope so. Bro, I do not want to see any of these teams from the Pac-12 in the playoffs. Like them and Texas are like any team from the Pac-12 plus Texas are the list of teams that I don't want to see as an Ohio State fan. So I am praying that the Pac-12 cannibalizes itself.
And before Michigan fans, I see my guy Brando in the chat say that we're scared. Nigga, Washington and USC should be y'all boogeyman too, because those two teams are scary in a vacuum. They really are. I worry about them, bro, because they are the only two teams and Texas that legitimately can score from any place in the country. So I'm just sitting back, or excuse me, anywhere on the field. I'm sitting back thinking, damn, like I need the Pac-12 to absolutely cannibalize themselves. And I think there's a path for it. I think that there's two sleeping giants or two things that can end up wrecking everything. Maybe three things, depending on how you feel about Cameron Ward. But I'm looking at the Pac-12 like, okay, now that Utah has a loss, Cam Rising, I'm ready for you to come back. Because when Cam Rising gets back, I think a Cam Rising Utah team, when the offense is going, is good enough to maybe topple USC, which we saw last year, to maybe topple Washington, to maybe beat one of these schools to help them cannibalize themselves. Because if they hand Washington a loss and then Miami, and then USC hands Washington a loss, it's like, damn, that's two. They're good. We're good. And then if Oregon State and Washington State, or if Alex Grinch can cook us up a USC defense special for the ages, it's like, damn, we're good. So I'm really prepared and excited kind of for this Oregon State team. And additionally, like Oregon State's so funny, bro, because they were so slept on last year, even though they won 10 games. And they're the only school, them and Washington State, that no other conferences won. They are the Pac-2. And it's crazy, Rod, because not only are they the Pac-2, but the College Football Playoff Committee is going to give the Pac-2 an auto bid next year, just in a vacuum.
That auto bid system is crazy. Can we talk about that for a second? Like,
absolutely. It's a national show.
We're talking about
baby.
Going to two power conferences, and we're about to be like, the whole reason that we were expanding this is to make sure more teams make it into this playoff fairly. We're missing out on bringing in the best teams. We feel like there's teams that can compete for the championship that are getting left out of this process. Why are we giving away spots to people that don't deserve them?
Bro, I don't know. But I don't know if you saw the proposal, Ron. Remember how before the group, like the highest ranked group of 5 team or group of 5 champion would get an auto bid?
Yep.
they took that away and are giving that auto bid to the Pac-2, even though the Pac-2 doesn't even have a conference yet. So what they're about to do, bro, out there is they're about to get the Mountain West, have them come over, call it the new Pac-12, and then the winner of that conference is going to get an auto bid. Nigga, Washington State and Oregon State are going to be in the playoffs every year.
That's going to be – people are going to be trying to sneak into that conference.
Mm-hmm.
Like let me out. Like if I'm Missouri, like let me in the Pac-2.
If I'm Colorado, I'm like, damn, can I go back?
Yeah. Wait, let me back.
like what's up? Like honestly, bro, the Pac-2 is the place to be because they don't have anybody, and it's gonna be fucking what? Oregon State versus San Jose, whatever. San Jose Tech.
San Jose Tech is fucking crazy, bro. They're gonna be a problem for Prime on the trail if they get into the Pac-2.
San Jose Tech, get all your IT solutions solved.
Bro, I might be calling the president at Slippery Rock, like, yo, can we get in? Can we get into the Pac-2? Like, spin the block.
Nigga, Akron need to make a couple calls too.
Right? Bro, Akron in the Pac-2 is crazy.
Bro, so I just can't believe that they took or thinking about taking away that auto bid and giving it to someone else. Ron, I just talked a little bit about Oregon State. Kind of, I view them as a good one-loss team. This is for the chat as well. Who are the top 3 one-loss teams so far in college football? And I guess that's kind of for you too, if you have a top 3. I don't know if I do. I think I have a biased top 3. I'd probably go Alabama, Ole Miss, Oregon State. No, I can't be right. LSU has to be one of the best one-loss teams, right?
I mean, you definitely have to go with LSU, Alabama, and then
is it Oregon State?
It might be. I'm trying to think. No Big Ten team, no big time Big Ten teams with one loss. I would have to say Oregon State. Yeah.
And who would you favor on a neutral side, Oregon State or Ole Miss?
Oregon State.
Okay. Well,
who would you?
Probably Ole Miss. I don't know.
I take Ole Miss.
I think that's a pick'em game. Well, I'm biased because I like Jackson Dart. Oh wait, is Notre Dame the third best one-loss team?
Absolutely.
Abby,
I think Notre.
Hey, shout out Abby.
Yes. We're sitting here like, who could it be? Maybe the top 10 team that Ohio State just beat last week. Like, if we want to claim respect for that win, I would have to say it would have to be Notre Dame.
Right. We talked about all these teams except for the highest ranked one-loss team.
Yeah. Notre Dame, Bama, Oregon State by DNF. What about you? Think you going with that?
Notre Dame, Bama, Oregon State. No, I could definitely rock with that. I guess Ole Miss is so weird to me. Nah, but Ole Miss only scored 10 points against Bama. They can kick rocks. I love you, Jackson Dart, but you can eat a dick burger in the words of Corey Brooks. Akron legend. Corey. My fault, bro. I got a little cough.
Jesus Christ, bro.
I know. He wins. Every time I say a bad word, I get the cough skis right back. It's God telling me to stop cussing, nigga.
Sheesh.
See, well, here word's not a cuss word in God's eyes, so he didn't make me
How about we bring up one of our first guests? Our guy Mike is in here. Cleveland Mike pulling up from the Arkansas, Texas A&M tailgate. See what type of connection our guy's working with. I got us on a special view without Mike.
Hey! What's going on? Wow! Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Let's go. Hey, we just trying to make it out here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Best Damn Media, man.
Appreciate it. I love
it. Damn.
Yeah, bro. The Fans Ed shirt is fucking popping.
You know. Hey, we coming out with our merch. We dropping soon.
And he's got the Ohio State hat at a tailgate. All right, bro. Talk to me, Mike. We got thick thighs. KJ Jefferson looking to get a win over Texas A&M, right? Is that what we got going on? I know Connor Weigman is out for the season. How are the Arkansas fans feeling? How are the A&M fans feeling? And is anybody drunk yet? Because what is it, 8 a.m. there? 9 a.m. there?
Man, I'll tell you right now, these people have been drinking since last night, man. They came in with a hangover.
Ask this nigga behind you who's about to win.
Oh, they want me to ask you. How do you feel? to win this game.
Man, you better ball hog and win. You know what I'm saying? But boy from Arkansas, man. Arkansas better win this game. I'm gonna tell you right now, the statistics, man. We lost LSU last week by 3 points, but you know what? It's just you know what I'm saying. It's just a good building block for us of like, okay, we can do this. So we better win this game. You know what I'm saying? My brother here, you know, Mikey Mike over here, you know, he's an Ohio State fan that almost lost last week. But hey, you know what?
Mike smacked this nigga.
Game, God doggy. That's how we gonna do it.
Nigga, is that Stephon Robinson? Hey, it's crazy, bro. Because if Arkansas loses, the hood's in a bad place. Because don't they do that borderline racist stuff at A&M? I don't really know what's going on, but they like get up and do the whole like.
Here's the thing, Chris.
Yeah.
Back-to-back losses. They didn't just lose to LSU last week. They lost to BYU the week before that. So they're coming off back-to-back losses. The Texas A&M fans out here, they feel confident. But to be honest, a lot of them didn't show up like they normally do every year because they just felt like this was going to be a beatdown game, right? This is Bobby Petrino, who got fired from Arkansas, coming back to beat the Hogs as a Texas A&M Aggie.
That's fair. That's 100% fair.
It's
and
personal.
We know, yeah, and he's Yorny, and he's gonna be Yorny for the air raid, whatever backup quarterback they got out there. Damn, they might need to put her in the quarterback. She got a better arm than KJ Jefferson. But
Hey.
they're out there warming up. Opportunity to go get one of them.
Start interviewing people, Mike. Get some randoms over here. I need score predictions.
We got an Arkansas fan right here. Oh, he's going to play quarterback real quick. Let's see if we can get something.
Interception.
How you doing, sir? What's your name?
Tracy Steiger.
Tracy Steiger.
Russellville, Arkansas. Woo pig. Woo pig.
All right. How do you feel like the Arkansas Razorbacks are going to do today? What gives you the advantage over Texas A&M?
I mean, really, we just don't know. This has been an up and down year, but I feel like experience. I think we got a good quarterback. I think that quarterback did get hurt, if I ain't mistaken. So, you know, I think we got a little bit more leadership this year. So that should give us the edge, you know. So we're going to see how it turns out.
Hey, you know how I know that's a real Arkansas nigga? Because he came to the game not in Arkansas gear, but in the V-Lone shirt.
Hey, you ain't lying about that, man. He said, hey, win or lose, he will not be embarrassed.
He got the V-Lone shirt on. He has zero faith in his team.
Hey, but here's the thing, man. I've seen Bama fans out here repping their Bama gear. I've seen Texas fans out here as well. And also, I think I found me a Georgia Bulldog fan out here, man. Come on over here.
Is that Keon?
Come on, Georgia Bulldogs. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. All right, tell the folks what's your name.
My name is Keon. What's going on?
What's going on, Keon, man? Who do you think is going to win this Arkansas-Texas A&M game?
I'm going to be all the way honest. I really don't care. I'm here to drink and see what's up with people. You know what I mean? We getting lifted. Oh, well.
No, I'm trying to get a score prediction for Georgia-Auburn on camera.
Hold on.
Let it be known, nigga.
The people come back. The people want to know, what is your score prediction for the Georgia-Auburn game?
I'll say a good 45-9. I don't think they score, but I think they get in field goal range. And I guess the only part of their offense or some part of their team that can put up points, the max they walking out with is 9. Shit is going crazy. We locking shit down. They haven't had 100 yards of offense in any game that they played. But, you know, defending back-to-back national champions, first ones to do it in the college football era. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know where we at. Jerry's world, still fuck the Cowboys. You know what I'm on.
Bama went back-to-back in college football.
With my boy Mike in the cut.
Bro's just out here making up stats.
They didn't go back-to-back in the college football playoff era. So let's do the math on that.
Oh, the play. You said college football era, nigga.
Last thing. Go Dogs.
Yo, mama's your daddy. How about that one, nigga?
Hey, Mike.
Man.
Mike, we're going to tap back in with you.
Okay, tap back in with me, and I'll see if I can find some Texas A&M fans.
Find the drunkest fans near that tailgate and ask them if they want to be on camera, and just hit us in the private chat, and we bring them on, and I want to ask them some questions.
All right, bet. Bro, we do have a sorority and fraternity hanging out behind us, so maybe I'll be able to find someone over there. I'll
Yeah,
let you know.
wander over there. Let them know that we're doing a live show, and if they want to pull up, they can. I don't know where she's going. She does not look like she's going to a football game.
Bro, she's
Hey,
going to
man.
that Gig'em
They
thing, bro.
out here, fellas.
Be
They
like-
out here. If you down here in the DFW area,
And I'll
this is where
tell
you want to be.
That guy ran across that pig lot so hard, and he ran through and did the. And then Chad Buster Brown walked across that big old pig farm and got himself a pig for his granddad. His granddad came home and said, "She going to that racist shit."
Lord Jesus.
Appreciate you, Mike. Let us know when you're ready to tap back in, pulling up from the Texas A&M Arkansas game. We appreciate you, Mike, the Fans Edge, best damn media's
Anytime.
finest.
Mike's the GOAT, bro. That segment was so well. I want to get bro a pop mic, bro, for real, one of the pop filters to go over that. But I will say for the chat that's in here right now, I know that like you guys are like our closest friends, nigga. You know, Q Peasky would be so proud of that. That one will bring
that
tears
is his
to
life.
his eyes.
That is like his dream segment right there. Talk to people at a tailgate. If we get Mike, honestly, man, if anyone wants to call in from tailgates, you're going to a game, you think you got good service and a half decent way to capture audio, and you want to call into the show, we will gladly have you on Saturday mornings, because I'd love to do more of that. That was one of the things that we talked about when we started the show, that we wanted to be able to tap in with people from tailgates. So that was dope to do. Not
That
the
was
great.
cool.
I seen Chris say in the chat he got Seaball's old mic, but man, we're not a real media company yet. We're doing our best out here.
No, we're just kicking it, and bro, it's so funny because we really just went live from a mid off. Like that game's a mid off, bro. In the grand scheme of
Absolutely. Like Game Day, we call ourselves the best damn college football pregame show. Game Day got like Snoop Dogg at Boulder. They're with Prime and shit, and we're like, yo, we got Mike and Keon at Texas A&M Arkansas tapping in live. Who else is bringing you coverage like this? It's like no one, nigga, because no one's at that game.
We call that a college football deep cut. It's a mid off. That's what that one is. No, that was fire, bro. Shout out to Mike for tapping in. Since you brought it up, I guess I will lean into it a little bit. Last week, bro, Colorado entered the Lions Den for the week and got real sexual. I downloaded the game. I put it on my Pornhub account, aimbot Chris, if you want to send me a friend request there. You can, and you can see all the games that I consider getting sexual on my account. I don't think it's private right now. But last week, Oregon put the beats on Colorado. Want to ask you, Ron, did that game surprise you at all? How did you feel about watching Black America's team get absolutely beat into the ground so bad that some fans on Twitter were calling it racism?
I was gonna say, bro, that was when we hit 35 in the first half, I was like, I need to call the NAACP. Like, this is, I can't believe they're putting this on TV right now, bro. Like, it was honestly bad. It did feel racist by the time it hit 35 at halftime. I was like, oh, bro, mean. So he's like, I'm gonna teach you something, boy.
Yeah.
That's
bro. Ron, when he got on the microphone at halftime and said, "Oh no, we ain't done yet," I'm like, "Damn, be done."
Be done, bro. No, that was honestly that was an ass whooping of epic proportions. But I mean, honestly, we didn't expect that to happen. We thought we were about to see that week 1 against TCU for the most part. So for them to make it all the way to that game and that game have that much hype, we knew that they were weak in the trenches. They have a smaller offensive line. They have a smaller defensive line. Their interior needs build up, and I think in the age of the transfer portal era, they'll be able to get that done in a year or two. So I think, you know what I mean, they're still moving in the right direction. They were able to get on the board. It wasn't a shutout. So overall, I wasn't surprised. I didn't expect them to really be able to compete in that game. I would have liked to see them keep it a little bit closer. But I mean, you know, without Trav out there, I mean, that he is the engine of that team. So for them to just go out there and compete, it's what I expected. So
Yeah.
I'm just excited to see what they look like as they're able to build the trenches up because, I mean, obviously those kids have the fight in them. You didn't see them quit. I don't expect them to come out and lay an egg this week. I feel like they're going to come out prepared, ready to compete. I just saw Shiloh will be out of this week's game. I think he's hurt. So wonder if we'll see some Cormani McClain this week. Wonder if he's been watching the film. I don't know if he's watching the same type of film as Travis Hunter, but we'll see if he's been in the film room.
Bro, what did you think? Everyone was like kind of up in arms about Dan Lanning's pregame speech. Are you mad at Dan Lanning for the way he spoke? Honestly, bro, I don't think that because so many extra eyes come with Colorado, people that are kind of outside the sports world and outside the college football world. I don't think having cameras in locker rooms for pregame speeches is ever going to go well when it is a game kind of that is a spectacle like that, because people that don't know are all of a sudden being exposed to how coaches talk pregame. I don't think you should. I like seeing the pregame speeches, but it feels like it just comes with so much flack.
Yeah, and I feel like it was a tad bit hypocritical. Like, you're in the pregame speech with cameras in your face, like, we're not doing this for clicks.
And then you put out a whole trailer about
bro, you put out a 5-minute mini doc after the game over a team that you said in the offseason has never mattered in the history of the Pac-12. So, I mean, no, am I mad at the cameras? Absolutely not. But, like, bro, call a spade a spade.
Like, how are you talking about attention? Nigga, you coach Oregon.
That's what I'm saying, like, bro.
Like, the two biggest billboards that any college football team has this year, you know who paid for them? Oregon. Bo Nix has a 2-building, not billboard, a 2-building mural in Dallas, Texas.
Why?
It says Bodacious. It's a Heisman campaign. He also has a full building in Manhattan, his whole body painted on it in New York. And you want to talk about it's not for attention? Dan Lanning, I think you're a really good coach, but be the fuck for real.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Like,
straight cap there.
big cap. I mean, it's really him and Gmo for the cap off of the year. But bro, it's crazy, bro, because Oregon really got real sexual with them. I said this, and a lot of people give me flack for it, bro. I think Oregon is the most complete team in the Pac-12.
I don't disagree. Did you think I was going to push back against that?
No, I was hoping you would agree and I would get some validation.
No, I completely agree. I think that I feel like USC's too incomplete on defense. I feel like all around, I feel like Oregon is the more complete team of the two, but I don't think any of that. I feel like these teams are too good to run the table. Like, the story of the SEC, like, you just don't know what it's like week in and week out to play against top 10 or top 25 team after top 25 team, and you just never get a break. And you look at these Pac-12 teams' remaining schedule, and it's 5 ranked wins, 5 ranked games plus the rest of the season. So it's like there's no escape from the gauntlet that they have in front of them. And I feel like this is one of those years of SEC old of just packed teams in a single conference. So I think it's just going to be too tough for any team to get through. And while I think Oregon's the most complete team, I feel like there's enough other good teams that are maybe not as balanced, but have enough elite upside on one side of the ball or the other that they're going to be able to knock each other off.
I agree. I saw our guy G-Book in the chat talking about Washington. I love Washington. They're probably my favorite Pac-12 team, but Washington is outside the top 30 in every major defensive statistic, and it kind of has been forgotten about and covered up because USC is outside the top 50 in every statistics. While if you look at Oregon's inside the top 15. And additionally, Ron, you know that Bo Nix, when dropping back, hasn't even been touched this year? They have allowed 0 sacks and 0 quarterback hits, the only team in the country to do so. Their offensive line is ridiculous, and it's crazy because I saw Ohio State fans talking about their one tackle that chose Oregon over Ohio State has like the highest tackle grade in the entire country. It's like that shit hurts, and then we got Josh Simmons. So no, I like Oregon. I think they're the most complete team, but when they do play Washington, I will be picking Washington because I really think that Michael Penix is really, really different, and he's now the Heisman favorite over Caleb Williams. It's crazy because the SEC was more like when they were in their heyday and it was about like, you never know what you're going to get. It was always about NFL players on defense, like having to play them. In the Pac-12, it's almost complete opposite. It is, you never know what you're going to get because there's NFL quarterbacks all over the conference.
Do you think that Heisman voters still care about protecting the two-time Heisman winner?
I think if Caleb Williams didn't paint his nails, he would be the two-time Heisman winner. I think there's enough voters that are borderline homophobic and misogynistic, and will look at that and be like, I'm not voting for this Negro back-to-back years. I think that's really what it is.
You think it's the painted nails? It has nothing to do with Archie.
Yeah, I think it's the painted nails. And additionally, I do think that the Heisman house is going to be pushing for him to win back-to-back Heismans, so they don't have to put another young kid on their payroll. So Nissan's lobbying for Caleb Williams because that payroll is expanding, bro. You introduce a new guy every year, they want more and more money. Come on now.
At what week are you ready to declare that Ohio State is not sending someone to New York?
Last week.
You think last week was the end of any chance of anyone making it to New York from the Buckeyes?
Yes, unfortunately.
That's disappointing. I thought Tommy or Trey would make it this year, and
unless Denzel Burke gets 2 pick sixes next week, then I'm gonna start the campaign, and then I might pull up to Parker Fleming's house, put Denzel Burke at kick return. We don't care.
You think Burke can take one back? You think he's better on punt or kick?
Nigga, give me both of them.
We might need to get one jet sweep a game for Denzel and really get him up there in the Heisman odds.
Bro, if Denzel Burke only allows 5 catches this year, I'm going to get real loud and ignorant regarding some former Michigan corners that made it to New York, and everybody's got to hear me. You feel me? Like, everybody, you're going to have to hear about me. And Parker Fleming, like, if we're like in week 7 and he's only giving up 5 catches, Parker Fleming,
you think
save your job.
You think he could play himself into a top 15 pick this year?
Bro, I think he's playing himself. I mean, he's giving up 2 catches this year in man coverage? Like, that's absurd. He's locking everything down. Like, opposing quarterback rating, like when they throw his way, is in the toilet. I'm talking about like Dookie Stain. Like, it's not happening over there. Like, everything's not going over there. He's having a ridiculous season, and bro is hitting. I just need him to get the ball because we won't put him on offense because we're stubborn. Like my guy, Aggie, you're right. He was a 2-wayer. I know. But we can get him the ball in his hands, bro. Just put him on kick and punt return. It's not like we do anything over there anyway. Like, damn, we don't want to put Ballard back there. We don't want to. Emeka literally made 2 guys miss and then took a knee. He took a knee.
Bro, the fact that Ballard is not returning kicks and punts at this point is borderline criminal.
Yeah, honestly, bro, it makes me so mad, bro. Like, it infuriates me. But enough about. I want to stick on USC, bro. USC, Colorado. The Lions then continues. I expect Caleb Williams to go insane, but bro, I don't think this game is going to be a blowout.
I don't think so either. Just because I do not believe in USC's ability to defend, and I feel like this week is going to expose that. And it's like, we saw what Oregon was able to hold Colorado to, and I don't think USC is going to be able to hold them to that same output.
Bro, last week, the USC-Arizona State game going into the fourth quarter, I believe, was 27-21.
Without Rashada.
Yeah, when I turned it on, Rashada was in street clothes, so I don't know how much he played. But, bro, USC couldn't stop a nosebleed. And, like, back when Alex Grinch was at Oklahoma, every year it felt like Kansas State would score 40 on them, to the point where I had a recurring tweet. It was the Dexter's Secret Laboratory song, we messed up. Back to the lab again, we messed up. Because every year Kansas State would get on them, and I'll be like, literally Alex Grinch, after giving up another 40-burger to this Kansas State team who I can't name 4 players on. It feels like every year he'll cook you up something great. And you know what's wild about this year, Ron? USC has allowed 28 points to San Jose State and 28 points to Arizona State. Both games that oddly went into the fourth quarter, and they shouldn't have been, and Caleb Williams played a lot. And the wild thing about that is they lead the nation in pressures. That means their corners are food. And I'm just sitting back like, damn, Damani Jackson, that's what you get for playing with my emotions. because I'm old enough to remember when you put Ohio State football in your Instagram bio, and that shit gave me hope. I'm old enough to remember.
I'm just glad he stayed at USC and didn't end up at Michigan, because we heard talks about that happening after his freshman
He's
year.
a mark, bro. He's burnt toast out there, though.
You think has he been that bad this year?
Yeah, he's been Legend Cavazos with a thick neck. I said
that's
it.
Disrespectful.
Nobody wants to say it. I'll say it.
There's
Legend
no way. I think
Cavazos
you
with
might
a
be.
thick-ass
I
neck.
think you might be going a little far there.
Nah, bro,
That's pretty
been-
slanderous.
Bro, he's been getting cooked. I saw Zach showed me a breakdown. We were doing. He was doing in one of the film rooms, and he was just getting toasted. And they said Tackett Curtis is so stiff. He took all those peptides and forgot to do yoga out there. So that's what I'm saying, bro. He really needed Jim Knowles. I don't know if you know this about Jim Knowles. Yoga guy. Does a lot of yoga.
Yoga, cigars, and sushi, right? Those are his big three.
He looks like a yoga, cigars, and sushi thing. So again,
Columbus does not seem like the city for that type of man.
Absolutely not. That boy has been retired. That's a retirement regimen, to be honest.
Absolutely.
To be honest. But I want to ask you, bro, about the cultural impact of Colorado. This game, they'll have Lil Wayne, DJ Khaled, Bronny. I don't know if you know Matthew McConaughey's going to the game. Nigga, he's a Texas fan.
How? Why?
Yeah. Like, did he not get the memo? This is not a hoedown. This is a Colorado.
Did he not
game.
see the graphic, bro? We got Kansas on the graphic this week.
That's what I'm saying.
And bro's going to Colorado.
Yeah, I think Jay-Z's going to the game too. Like, it's a real cultural moment. Is this are we witnessing the college football version of the Fab Five? No, you don't think so?
No.
It feels culturally that big.
No, because I feel like Miami was culturally that big, and I don't think anything will ever top that. And I feel like Miami is the standard for that. You know what this feels more like?
What does it feel like?
It feels more like Zion at Duke.
Ooh, okay, that's it. All the stars, okay.
You know what I mean? It's not the Fab Five, but you do have Cam Reddish, RJ Barrett, Zion Williamson, Coach K. So you have the star power as far as the players, like with the Travis Hunter, you know what I mean? Number one player similar to Zion. You have Dion, obviously not the equivalent to Coach K, but as far as star power, absolutely. And then just the circus that followed that team. I mean, you used to see Jay-Z courtside at Zion games. Yeah. The stars were popping out to see Zion. There were rappers in the locker room.
Phil Knight at games too. Drake in the locker room. Like, it was crazy.
Absolutely. So just pure insanity around that team. But I just feel like I don't know if it'll have the cultural imprint that it'll be remembered in the same way that Miami truly took over the sport. I feel like they're the standard for it. And I feel like with the Zion team, it was the new age superstardom around a college basketball team that I feel like we haven't seen. And that'll probably be the last time that we see it with that team. And I feel like Colorado's doing it right now.
Yeah. I do feel like maybe in the cultural impact footprint wise, this may end up being a little bit bigger than those Miami games in terms of how it's remembered, because it's the social media era. You're going to get so many fire pictures of fucking LeBron and DJ Khaled that are going to end up being people's lock screens. Shit like that is going to be so crazy. Honestly, what would have put this game over the top is if they got Drake to perform at halftime, leave tour, go perform. That would have really done it. Shout out Boulder, Colorado. But bro, this game, it's at noon, right? So it's going to be 9 a.m. there.
The one thing that also makes it a little bit different with this isn't going to last in the way, Miami had a 25 plus year run. You know what I mean? From the start of the 80s all the way until until fucking Jim Tressel stomped that shit out and ended that fucking program. But they had a run. Prime is going to take this party to whatever school has the check after Shedeur goes to the league. So I feel like he's going to be able to move this, and it's not going to have the cultural stay, because by the time the kids that are watching this and oh my God, look at the celebrities, look at how cool this is, look what Prime's able to do at Colorado, by the time they're ready to commit, Prime's going to be at a different school. doing the
what I'm
same
saying, bro.
thing somewhere else. So I don't feel like, so while it does feel like a moment, I don't think it's going to have the cultural stay that like you're going to have people wearing Buffs jackets in 15 years because Prime's the coach there. But it looks like our guy Mike got a whole slew of Aggies lined up to talk on the show. So you ready to tap
Kicking it back to Mike on site at the tailgate.
All right, we are back at the Arkansas versus Texas A&M tailgate. I got some rowdy Texas A&M fans, man. How y'all feeling about this game, fellas?
Hey, we're excited, man. Nothing but excited. I think Ags by 10 today.
Ags by 10, man.
Ags by 10.
So, Petrino, he used to coach at, Arkansas. Has he made any comments, or how do y'all think he's feeling about this game? Because I think he's pumped.
I think one key thing about our football program is confidence. Get over with our loss against Miami, but we're only going up from there. I think Petrino definitely be hyped up for today. I want to see the offense moving a little bit. You saw last game against Auburn, second half. When Max came in, we took off a little bit. So we got our happens today. I think the first quarter is going to be really big. We'll know in the first quarter who's going to be the better team. As an A&M body, we as students found out this week that our starting quarterback, Wyman's out for the season. But wait, we're confident. Max Johnson, we're back. We back there.
Their confidence in Max Johnson, man. What do you guys have to say?
I want to know, what are their thoughts about Jimbo? Should they fire him?
They want to know your thoughts on Jimbo. Should they fire him?
I say, here's the thing about Jimbo. We gave him a lot of money for 10 years. Mm-hmm. I say we give him about a year or two more and then pay him out if it doesn't work out. We gotta have a coach lined up before we do that, though. We gotta be smart about it.
Asking who their wish list?
Buyout.
I'm saying give him a year or two more, give him a chance. We're gonna stand behind our coach. I'm not gonna shit talk our coach behind his back, but if it doesn't work out after a year or two, I think it's about time we start looking.
Nigga, shit talk, bro.
I'm back him for now, but I would like to see some more results, to be honest with you.
What's their coach's wish list? Do they want Urban Meyer?
What would you be? Hey, this is a great question. They asked, what would be your coach's wish list? And where would you rank Urban Meyer on your coach's wish list?
What would be our coach's wish list?
Yeah, name your top 3 coaches that you would want. Name your top 3 coaches that you would want if Jimbo had to go out the door. And is Urban Meyer in that top 3?
I want to see Saban retire the Crimson Red. Their time's come to an end. Obviously, we'll find out next week as well when we play them. Obviously, that would be a great coach for us, Saban.
What is this nigga talking about?
Kirby Smart's a good coach. Can we do NFL too?
Man, tell these niggas to be for real.
Y'all really wishing. Okay, what about realistically?
Bro said Nick Saban?
You said
I don't know who's on the market for coaches. I don't know who's on the market either.
They don't know who's on the market these days, guys.
Oh my God.
Nigga say y'all really wishing.
He said Mike Tomlin, but I don't think Mike Tomlin is needed.
All right, Mike. We had enough, bro. How dare it, bro? Mike Tomlin wouldn't go to USC. What makes you think he wants to go to stank-ass College Station, bro?
Hey, ask him about the knee slapping shit where they go like.
So y'all or would you say that you be upset that you missed out on the opportunity with Deion?
I say a little bit, yeah. I would say Deion is great for the culture. I'm not gonna ride his jock like everyone else is, but he is great for the culture. Obviously, he's putting Colorado on the map. Lost to Oregon, but their sales and jerseys, tickets, stadium is sold out every game. I mean, what's not to appreciate? Of course, A&M could use that. We don't need them to fill out stadiums, but we could use them to win.
Hey, ask him about that midnight ritual they do.
Yeah, ask him about that weird dance thing they do. And can they give us an example of it?
Okay, the people want to know, can they give an example of the Texas A&M dance?
Like the midnight yell.
The midnight yell? They've never been, guys. They don't know what the midnight yell dance.
So we met 2 yellers at the A&M game, and they wanted to lie on camera.
The tradition, I would say him and I are a little bit lacking in the tradition. I really appreciate our traditions, but I will say personally, I've never delved into it and gotten really into the traditions. I do wish, I'm a very simple man. I wish that we just had some pretty cheerleaders on the sideline, and I wish that I could just say, fuck you, ref, but, we take it a little bit deeper than that, and that's something I appreciate, but it's also something I haven't delved into too much, you know what I'm saying?
Hey guys, I think that Ohio State might be able to learn something on this, man. The young fellas, they said fuck that tradition shit.
Hey, cut it, bro.
We appreciate you, Mike. We're about to tap back in with you in a little bit.
Give it up in the chat for Mike.
Oh man, this guy Mike. Oh my god, this is the greatest. I think we might just have to send Mike on remote every fucking week, bro. So I just like to see some cheerleaders, bro. We asked this nigga who was on his wish list for college football coaches, and bro said, I think we retire Nick Saban next week and maybe we get him as a coach. What in the fuck?
Hey, bro, Mike is so funny. He said, y'all really wishing. Oh, my goodness. They said those two have never talked to girls in real life. That shit is
Oh, yeah,
so
then this
funny,
nigga said
bro.
maybe Mike Tomlin.
This nigga couldn't even spell Tomlin.
Oh, my God, bro. Well, I wonder if Belichick would be interested in the A&M job. I heard he's about to get fired from the Pats.
Nigga, fuck Belichick. They want Bear Bryant.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, bro. That was unreal, bro. That was unbelievable.
Oh
that was
my god, that lived up to everything that I would hoped it to be. Q,
no, that did.
Q has to be loving this right now.
Q's got to be in tears right now, bro. This shit is so funny, bro. It's crazy, bro. We always talk about our Saturday morning shows, like how it's just like a sandbox, and it's just like me, you, and like our closest 30 friends.
It's like, yeah, every Saturday we wake up like, yeah, we're gonna try some shit today.
That shit was so funny, bro. They said they want Saban, Kirby. Like, damn, nigga, ask for Moses next.
Jesus not taking interviews right now, bro.
Hey, that was actually nuts.
Oh my god, bro. Honestly, with the way they're lobbying, fuck, throw my hat in the ring. Hall of Fame Twitter coach, bro. You see my resume?
That shit is fire. Yes, Mr. Black, you are a close friend of my eyes. You are a close friend of my eyes. That's so funny. They started talking about the culture. I was like, you ever said the N-word?
Oh my god. We said the culture. I was like, whose culture?
That shit is so funny. All right, bro. We got to talk about Notre Dame, bro. Notre Dame got ranked at number 11, so the AP could remind Marcus Freeman how many players he's supposed to have on the field when the game is on the line. They take on number 14 Duke. I had a lot of people like in the like on Twitter talking about they're rooting for Notre Dame, so the win looks good. I want to ask you, Ron, who are you rooting for this week?
Bro,
Duke or ND?
I thought that was going to be the question, and I'm like so torn because, man, would I love to continue to talk shit and rub it in their face, but at the same time, I need to win to look good. So for the sake of like, honestly, for like my own like sanity, I need Notre Dame to come out there and fuck them up. So I think the Buckeyes are really good. I'll be like, look what we beat them, and if they go out there and beat their ass, I hope that looks good for the Buckeyes. But at the same time, I feel like it's a win-win because if they lose, I'm like, man, we broke y'all. Y'all was a top 10 team, and then now y'all can't even beat Duke.
I mean, that's how I spun it last year when we struggled a little bit with Notre Dame and they lost to Marshall. I was like, the morale's not there. And we still made the playoffs even with one loss, even though one of our, like maybe our best win second best win didn't look the greatest because of how they ended up struggling. And obviously we got bailed out because, Bro ended up getting hurt and then they ended up beating Clemson. But this for Notre Dame is their shot to go back-to-back in the ACC because I don't know about you, bro, but Duke might win that bitch.
I'm hoping. I hope so. Like, I cannot have, bro, I tell you, I wake up like every morning in cold sweats with the thoughts of Miami making the playoffs. Like, the ACC is so mid, and I will not be able to tolerate Miami fans in the playoffs. They will be the most insufferable existence in sports history, dealing with them in spaces on the timeline, bro. You know what type of lies they're going to be telling?
They're already lying. Like Miami fans were quote tweeting me for being excited about the Notre Dame game, talking about congrats, y'all beat a sorry team with no athletes. I'm like, damn, y'all lost to Duke last year, and I was quote tweeting shit, so that's okay. So
Bruh,
I guess
we named the move breaking the U over your knee the trestle.
Oh yeah, we did do that. We really terrorized them last year, so I guess we've earned all this. I guess for this Notre Dame game, Ron, bro, the thing I'm concerned about is the last like I don't really care who wins as long as it's close. The last thing I want is Duke to get loose on them, because then it's like, damn, like Ohio State needed a last-second touchdown, and Riley Rhymes has 320 and 100 yards with 4 touchdowns. I'd be like, oh my God, here we go. We even took a loss on our day off. I feel like Craig. How do you get fired on your day off? I'd be like, oh my goodness. So that's the last thing I need. And honestly, bro, I don't know how good Duke is, because Duke got crazy on Clemson, but we don't know how good Clemson is. So I'm rooting for Notre Dame, but my biggest fear is Riley Rhymes, Riley Leonard, who honestly, I don't know if you know, bro, but he's cut from the same cloth as Lincoln Keenholz. Just so you know.
He's one of them.
Bro, so first of all, he's one of the top high school basketball players in the state of Alabama when he was there. In a game, pulled out the 360 windmill, word to Vince Carter, and that was on a fast break and made it look crazy. And to see a white guy do that, it's like, damn. Did God get confused when he made you and Lincoln Keenholz? Because this was supposed to be our thing.
He forgot a dash of pigment before he sent you out here.
Yeah, like the Powerpuff Girls. Like he ran out of pigment. Like honestly, bro, people don't want to talk about it, but he might be a better athlete than Anthony Richardson. Hey.
Appreciate Chris Drew joining us this week. I got my guy Darnell. I had to fire Chris Drew because that was fucking insane, bro.
Don't fire my dog. Don't fire my dog.
What did he just say?
Hey, and I'll say that shit again. I'm telling you, bro, he is 6'4", 220, 40-inch vert, gonna run a 4.4. I'm talking 360 windmill in a game. There's exactly 2 people that have done that in real life, and one of them's name is Paul George.
I hate Paul George, by the way.
This nigga Darnell came in. I hate Paul George. Fuck that nigga Paul George.
Yeah, good morning to everyone but Paul George. Welcome to the show, Darnell.
What's up, guys? What's up?
Hey, it's fuck Stephon Robinson and fuck Paul George.
I'm with that.
Absolutely. And fuck those guys that just said that Nick Saban should be the next coach at Texas A&M, bro.
Oh, yeah, that was
they're on crack. They're on crack cocaine.
Yeah, honestly, bro, like I done seen crack destroy some black communities. It's about time it destroys a white one.
You know what?
That was fucked up. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that, bro. I was just thinking about bros on crack, bro.
But they probably got hyped because we finally are going to close the Tupac murder. So, you know, everybody just acting crazy now.
Yeah, well, bro snitched on himself a minute ago.
Man, we don't care about that, bro. Like, it was 27 years ago.
Bro, you know why they closed the case? They closed it because the Pac-12 is joining the Big Ten. And they were like, we really can't have UCLA playing Rutgers, and we have this beef still open. So we're going to go ahead and make the arrest.
We can't have people feeling like they're not safe coming to the West Coast.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're ready to have Tupac music played back. Yeah, my nigga Ron Let, you feel me? Like I don't really, you know what I'm saying? Like I was trying to Darnell.
Bro, my laptop died in the middle of the fucking show. What is that?
No, it's cool. I said something pretty fucked up, so
Yeah, bro. I'll leave the channel and Chris Drew's like, let me see if I get these niggas canceled real quick.
Yeah, my fault. Yeah, I can't talk about Delonte West or drugs anymore, bro. Like, don't let me just fuck with you. I didn't talk about Delonte West, bro. I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah,
bro. They said, bro, someone stole a joke that I was like, man, I don't know if I can make it, and then I seen it on the timeline, so I was like, I at least could repeat it, bro. So they announced that Tupac's killer got arrested yesterday, right?
Well, he didn't pull the trigger. He was just there.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
So
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah, let's not get sued on Ron's channel.
So he allegedly killed Tupac or was allegedly just there. And then right after that, we get breaking news: Chandler Jones arrested in Las Vegas. And it
Bro,
was
that
about
was
an
so
hour or
weird.
two. And then I saw the tweet. Chandler
Did you-
Jones killed Tupac.
Did you see his? Did you see his
His
video,
live?
bro?
Yeah.
Where he was like, "Y'all think Aaron Hernandez killed himself?" And then he just
Yeah,
busted out into crying. I was like, "What's wrong with this dude?"
Bro, he was
Maybe
trying
Aaron
to say that
Hernandez was the one that killed Tupac.
Maybe
Hernandez.
he was a shooter, allegedly. What you saying?
bro, they said that he's trying to say that McDaniels killed him at an industrial yard and not in prison. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's weird.
I'm all about conspiracy theories, but
Wait, Josh McDaniels killed him?
That's
Yeah,
what Chandler Jones trying
that's
to
what
say.
Chandler Jones was saying.
You think he's trying to get on the pod and talk about it?
No.
No,
No.
I think he just got arrested
I
for
think he
killing
got,
Tupac.
I think he got CTE, allegedly.
Ooh, allegedly. Yeah, we got to use that allegedly word a lot here. We were talking about college football. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I got my Jeff Sims jersey upstairs, Darnell. I'm ready for you niggas to lose.
That nigga not even playing today.
I know they got the backup quarterback playing.
That's
Because Jeff
crazy.
Sims was so mid.
Mid. He was below mid.
Okay,
Mid would have still got him the job. He just was trash.
So
This
can
shit-
we get a breakdown of this guy that took Jeff Sims' job?
Justin or Jeff Sims?
Y'all want me to be 100? Y'all already know I'm gonna
Who
keep
took
it
Jeff
100.
Sims' job?
Some
Me?
some white boy.
All right,
I'm not-
Darnell, give me
I'm
the
not
breakdown of today's game. How's it gonna go?
Well, so I will give Nebraska this. Just like Rutgers, they're stout against the run. They want to stop the run, but they're horrible against the pass. Now, the advantage they'll have today is supposed to be about 45 mile per hour winds. So I don't know if there's going to be much throwing of the football with that type of wind velocity in that stadium. I'm not trying to. I think I told you guys last week. Some teams you take very seriously, and then some teams you just be like, let's just be healthy and get on to the next week. This is one of those weeks. Like
Honestly, bro, the wind might help Nebraska so much because neither of their quarterbacks can throw the ball. Jeff Sims got hurt last week. He got the ankle injury, and so the backup's starting, but he's still a dual threat guy. They're going to run that same weird triple option, RP, whatever stuff.
Mhm.
His name is Heinrich Harburg.
Heinrich Harbor.
Harburg. It's the Hamburglar.
Okay. I've been called that before.
The Hamburglar. So is your head coach. I got bars for everybody. Anyway.
But to be honest, Ron, I hate to sound like fucking Belichick, but I just want to be on the Minnesota. Like this matchup excited me 3 weeks ago until I saw Nebraska take the field.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like literally the entire offseason, I made sure I put it in my show notes for the Menace show 3 times a week. Let me talk about how good Jeff Sims is to eat up 10 minutes, 30 minutes a week. And then this nigga got on the football field and it was like Charles Barkley when he lost his powers in Space Jam.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, Jeff.
This ain't no Charles Barkley.
Right, this
You
ain't
just
Charles
want to
Barkley.
be that look like him.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like Jeff Sims, if you hate me, just text me and say that.
I think more or less I'm going to be interested to see what this offensive line looks like because it's a work in progress for me on my end. That's what I'm going to be focused on.
Your offensive line was getting beat up pretty bad last week by Rutgers. I they figured it out late and they kind of had the endurance to wear things down. It's crazy right now. And tell me if I'm out of bounds. I think your offensive line is the chump bucket, a bucket of mid. But I think your strength and conditioning program is amongst the very best in the country. Early in that game, you guys couldn't run against Rutgers. But then when the Rutgers defensive line started to crack, you niggas kept pushing forward like the peptides were kicking in. How much credit do you give the strength and conditioning program for the success you guys have had late in quarter 2, early in quarter 3, and then all of quarter 4? Because that's what it feels like your run game really gets going when up opposing defensive tackles break down.
So do you know who our strength and conditioning coach is?
I know he looks like Johnny Sins. That's all I know.
Yeah. So it's funny because our strength and conditioning program used to be, I would say, mid on mid, right?
Okay.
When Harbaugh first got there, he brought a guy from Stanford with him that had been with him when he was at Stanford.
Okay, so a science guy, not a real.
Yeah,
guy.
he realized quickly that he didn't have all the fucking answers. And then he went and got a guy, and the only reason we're able to get this guy is because they fire Brett Bielema at Wisconsin. And we go get a guy by the name of Ben Herbert. And Ben Herbert, if you know anything about Ben Herbert, bro, that's where Wisconsin was having all them big offensive linemen that some of the greats were running behind in the early, I guess you would say mid to late 2000s, right?
Yeah, that was the Monty Ball era. That was when they were putting HGH in the eggs.
Yeah. So we get Ben Herbert, and bro, he's just revolutionized our strength and conditioning. And he's finally got guys that's willing to take the offseason serious and buy into what he's putting down, and it's showing on the field.
But there was a moment in that Rutgers game, because I thought number 92 for Rutgers, the defensive tackle. I'm sorry I don't know his name, but I watched the All-22 film. There was a moment early where he was really getting loose and like pushing the guard around and the center around. It was like, damn, like this is movement. I don't know if he's very good or if this is just the Michigan offensive line trying to gel together, figure out the double teams, figure out the climbing. And then the beginning of the third quarter, bro was doing like hands on hips, head to the sky. I know you're gassed. And the Michigan right guard and center were just looking right at him. And I'm like, got him. They're not tired.
So that's the reason why, even though Michigan fans get upset, they be like, bro, why is Harbaugh just running into Powell's 8-man box? Because you have to show it. You have to put that on film. You have to let the sideline of the opposite opponent team see that you're going to run it regardless. And it's an endurance thing. And so I think today it's the same thing, right? And
it's
so
like
that
those
offensive
old
line
Bama teams, bro. It's like those old Bama teams. They would just like pound and pound and pound. You're like, damn, this shit is 2 yards in a cloud of dust. And then that 2 yards in a cloud of dust turns into 5, 6, boom, 40.
I will tell you this, and I know y'all saw it. I know you could see it more, Chris, in all 22. The package of Donovan Edwards on the field with Blake and Donovan actually going into the pass game is going to be something when they finally get that going. It's going to be pretty fucked up. It's going to be hard to stop because, like, we motion them into the backfield to give them the ball. We run them out in routes to give them the ball. We actually have a play design where they ran it yesterday where he pitches the ball back to JJ on a pitch back, and then he throws the ball. So it's just like it's so much that can be done in that package that I'm excited to see. I'm pretty sure they won't break out into like Penn State.
Yeah, it gets tricky because when you have Donovan Edwards out there, teams run into the issue of how do I match personnel? Because obviously you get to sub when someone comes out on the field, and it's like, how do I match this? Donovan Edwards is probably a top 5 slot receiver in the Big Ten. I think that's fair to say, comfortable to say. That's how skilled he is, dynamic he is, talented he is. And then, if you're the defense, well, he's a running back. Do I put a linebacker out there? Or do I put a nickel out there? And if I put a nickel out there, that means I got to face this box with Donovan Edwards and Blake Corum, and I'm down a linebacker. And so I got to have a nickel fill a gap. And I'm sorry, bro, but a nickel filling a gap, and I'm in the hole, and the right guard is climbing. That nickel is getting swallowed like it's Riley Reed versus Jason Love. Like it's over.
Yeah, it's a good cat and mouse game. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm pretty sure we won't see anything exotic until Penn State.
No, and honestly, bro, I don't even want to talk about today's game that much because I think you niggas are gonna mess them up. Hey, Zachariah Branch, some news. Both of you, Zachariah Branch is not dressed. Looks like he's out today. I'm bummed. No. Nigga, fuck that. Nigga, I don't care about what people need. I'm a fan of the sport. What I was hoping is that Carmani McLean went home and got on Xbox, but before he got on the Xbox or PlayStation, he logged into his film account and just let the film run the entire time he was playing PlayStation. So he would get to play, and so we get the 5-star freshman matchup him versus Zachariah because Shiloh's out. But looks like we won't see it. So I feel like I've been robbed. Dear college football gods, do better. Thoughts on this?
It's going to get sexual in Boulder. No Kobe. No Kobe intended. And that's my favorite player. It's going to get sexual in Boulder.
Yeah, I think.
Go ahead.
No, I think USC might make this real ugly. I think Zachariah Branch though would have made it even uglier. So I think him being out may slow the bleeding a little bit early, but overall, I think this is going to get ugly.
Yeah, that's fair. Gang, I want to do a speed round real quick and then get us out of here, kind of get some thoughts on some of the general games. Just real quick, we'll go about a minute or two on each game. Kansas plays Texas. Is this the recipe for your classic trip up? Because look, Kansas runs the most fascinating offense in the country. They do a lot of goofy stuff, hard to prepare for. It's like prepare for Georgia Tech. Also, Texas plays Oklahoma next week, the rivalry game. Could you see Texas overlooking this game? And are they on upset alert this week? We'll start with Darnell, then we'll go to Ron.
Yes, I think they're on upset alert. I like Kansas. I've liked them last year. They should have beat them last year. Mm-hmm. It is a trap game because you got your biggest game next week against Oklahoma. And this year, it looks like the Red River Shootout is going to be an actual game. Like
an actual shootout.
It looks like they have a post. So, I think it's a trap game, and they could slip up.
What about you, Ron?
I mean, in Craig Young, we trust. Like, we got to believe in our guy. And obviously, anyone that was in the spaces earlier this week knows we got into a little spat with Texas. We had a rare version of Cam make an appearance and turning up on the Texas fans. And, man, they were not having any of it. They weren't trying to hear any possibility that Kansas could beat them. And, man, we got some gems to cut up after this game if they lose. So all I say is y'all niggas better handle business.
Handle business. Can't ride on that Bama win forever. Jumping ahead to the mid-off, we got Devin Leary in Kentucky, undefeated, unranked, taking on Graham Mertz, who's basically Devin Leary but not a farmer, which whatever. And they're number 22 in the country. You know, battle of the second best team in the division, I think, which is how that division has fallen from grace. Who wins and how? Florida, Kentucky. For reference, Kentucky, even though they're unranked, they are a 1-point favorite over Florida.
For my personal interest, I want Mertz to win because I'm tired of Kentucky taking all of our groups.
Oh, Darnell with the personal interest.
Yeah, that was a shot at Vince Morrow. But outside of that, I do think that Florida is shaping up to be the second best team in that division. I know Tennessee fans have something to say about it, but they're going to have to show me something against South Carolina. Make sure that those fireworks are not going off in their stadium today.
Yep, absolutely. What about you, Ron?
I have personal interest in this as well. I need Kentucky to win. I don't need to have Florida fans in my face. God forbid the Buckeyes were to lose to Michigan again this year. That would be 3 straight years that the Buckeyes lose to Michigan. But if the Wildcats get it done today, it'll be the first time in the history of Florida football that they have lost to Kentucky 3 years in a row. They had never lost to them 2 years in a row up until last year. So if they lose today, it'll be the first time in the history of the university they have had 3 straight losses to Kentucky, and that'll be too great of a stat to give up. So I need the Gators to lose today.
I'm keeping it a beam. If we lose to Michigan for a 3rd straight time this year, I'm blocking the Niggler. I am. He doesn't get to talk to me. I don't block people, but I am blocking the Niggler.
We're gonna have questions for you, bro.
No, I don't. Chris Drew, riddle me this. I'm like, boy.
Every time
you'll get your Batman ass out of here. Yeah, say like, Gotham.
Like, nigga, if we lose to Michigan for a 3rd time, I'm gonna tweet out the bat signal and hopefully Batman goes and beats his ass because that's what we need. The Niggler's on the loose. Someone put him away. Oh, man. Yeah. Ole Miss plays LSU. I'm pretty sure I don't have it in front of me. Do we think Jackson Dart bounces back, and do we care about these 2 mid football teams?
No and no.
I don't really care, bro.
Like, I think LSU might be one of the most overrated teams in the country right now.
That's
Yeah,
fair. And that was
I think
not
that
good on
Lane is.
Florida
I
State.
think Lane is up for the next big head coaching job anyway. I think he got to Ole Miss.
Who?
Lane.
Bro, Dan Lanning is a hotter coaching prospect than Lane Kiffin.
I would agree, but it's gonna be hard to outbid Phil Knight. Phil ain't had a winning coach up there since.
Yeah,
Chip.
they're gonna keep letting people come take their chick.
Nah, bro, Dan Lanning likes saying boy too much to be out west for this long. Just to keep it a beam.
Yeah.
We got Battle of the Rejects. Riley Curry is taking on Big Arm Joe Milton. Do we care about this game? And is South Carolina going to beat Tennessee?
I need, again, personal interest. Chris used my post-spring SEC rankings on the Menace show.
I did.
And your boy had Tennessee at 8th in the SEC. And Zach said he liked my rankings outside of how low I had Tennessee. And he was like, he must know something about this Tennessee team or Joe Milton that we don't. And I'm like, I do. He lost his job to a bunch of stinky-ass quarterbacks at Michigan, and now he's going to go tear up the SEC? Like, this bro stunk there. And I let Smoke and Lito hype me up and believe that, yo, look, he can throw the ball 80 yards. I'm like, okay, cool. But y'all don't got nobody. Y'all don't got no receivers getting open 80 yards down the field. Y'all don't got nobody fucking catching these slants coming at them 80 miles per hour. Like, bro, he stinks. We knew that was a flash in the pan Tennessee team. It did. What was the one thing that they said about that Tennessee team last year? Man, they struggle when they go deep into games because they don't really have the depth. Bro, they lost their best players. Why would that depth come back and be fucking good? Like, I just did not believe in this Tennessee team coming into this year, and I think Riley Curry gets it done for the Gamecocks, and I think that Tennessee loses today, and, man, it's going to be a long rest of the season for our guys smoking Lido.
Darnell, who you rooting for?
Man, I'm with Ryan. I got personal interest in this. To see Q versus Smokey and Lido tonight in a speak your mind space would put like a cherry on top for my day. And
you talking about the Niggler?
No,
the other Q Mac from South Carolina.
Oh, Q Mac is crazy on him.
Yeah, him versus Tennessee fans would be very, very great. And so I'm going to be rooting for South Carolina. Nothing against Joe Milton, but we told Ohio State fans, really all Big Ten fans, told them what they were going to be able to expect with Joe Milton. They didn't want to listen.
I really don't know what people thought. Like,
no one watches the Big Ten. That's what.
That's what I'm saying.
No. People watch Ohio State. At that time, nobody was watching Michigan because we were that bad. So they never saw. Look, Joe Milton lost to Graham Mertz, and then
twice.
He almost made it where we were going to lose to Rutgers for the second time in program history. It took a mid K McLemore, and I know that's disrespectful because he brought us a Big Ten championship, but he was mid at the time. A mid K to bring us back against Rutgers.
Yeah, bro.
For us to have any type of like hope that season, right? And so I don't know, bro. I think Tennessee, I had Smokey and Lido tell me that Joe Milton taking over the team was the equivalent. Not Smokey, this was Lido. The equivalent of T. Martin coming in after Peyton Manning and taking over the team. And that's when I knew they were on crack cocaine down there in Knoxville.
They were on methamphetamines.
So, yeah, I'm going for Riley Curry and the Fighting Gamecock. Shout out to my boy Q Mac.
Bro, it's crazy, bro, because Q Mac be on the spaces and he'll say some shit, and I'll be like, in my head, I'll be like, yeah, that was some bullshit. Then I'll unmute and be like, yeah, nigga, let these niggas know.
Yeah, you gotta support them, but you know, they ain't got a couple good recruits and they just went to their head. Like they think they're the greatest thing.
Bro, last thing before we get out of here, bro, nobody watches the Big Ten because every time we warn these niggas about what they're getting themselves into, they be like, oh, y'all just some haters. Like when Gaddis went down there, oh, y'all just some haters. When Graham Mertz down in Florida, oh, y'all just some haters. When I said, nigga, Joe Milton is a big arm turnover waiting to happen. Like, go to Arby's, get a turnover or a 12 because that's what you get with Joe Milton. Oh, y'all niggas just some haters. Y'all niggas couldn't develop. Like, even, man, I consider Notre Dame part of the Big Ten and the ACC, kind of a split, whatever. When Tommy Rees went down there, I was like, Bama fans, this is not it. Like, y'all are cooked. oh no, y'all just some haters. Y'all gonna see. Like, nigga, no, y'all gonna see. And
Yeah,
we
we already
mean
saw
that disrespectfully. Ron, Darnell, I gotta get some food in me because I've been drinking a little bit. And I don't want this alcohol to sit.
Fucking starving, bro. Shout out to everyone that pulled up and watched this show with us today, because your
My
boy
closest
is,
friends. My closest
yes,
friends.
our closest friends, all 30 of y'all. We appreciate y'all pulling up to the best damn college football pregame show. Darnell, let the people know.
Wait, one more thing before we let it. Hey, if anybody on Best Damn Media, one of the listeners getting married, shoot me an invite. I will pull up to the wedding.
Oh, that's dope. That's fire.
Chris Drew making appearances at all weddings.
He laughed. Chris Drew gonna show up like the wedding crasher, bro.
And I'm giving a speech. Hey, I'm gonna let y'all finish, but Michigan finna get boomed on by Ohio State. Put it on the record.
I see you
on the record.
I see you that Saturday in November. I heard you coming up. We may do the show together live from that art.
Hey, look, nigga, I'm watching the game from right there. Niggas got me messed up. I do not be outside.
Oh man. You can find me at Darnell J. Porter on Twitter. We'll have some spaces up. We had to take a break this week. My partner had some personal issues going on, but we'll be back in the spaces this week.
And Michigan Unplugged.
Oh yeah, Michigan Unplugged. We haven't dropped another episode because, like I said, my partner's dealing with some personal stuff, but we plan to get those episodes back rolling this week.
Absolutely.
If you want to find Chris Drew, he'll be on somewhere.
Find Ron, find Zach, and I'll be right there with him.
Yeah, eight shows on Bleacher Report this month. Make sure that you got the app downloaded. Tap in with me and Chris Drew. You can find me on Twitter at 2Ts2_TES. On Twitch, it's the same thing. On TikTok at 2Shiesty. We will be on here tomorrow at 10 a.m. for Buckeye BS, talking about the bye week and how we enjoyed our day of no potential loss and hopefully celebrating some sort of upset tomorrow. So make sure you tap into the Buckeye BS tomorrow with me, our guy Cleveland Mike. Appreciate him tapping in from the Arkansas-Texas A&M game. Cam will be there. Q will be there. So big things going on the channel. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And we appreciate you guys tuning in.
That she wrote, speech to the young, speech to the progress toward. Say to them, say to the down keepers, the thumb slappers, the self-soilers, the hominy hushers, even if you are not ready for the day, it cannot always be night.
Sir, flex I do work. Say something like Mike. He's out of sight.